Hi, my name is Emmanuel Smith, and I'm going to talk about stuttering. Stuttering is a subject that is not talked about. Um, it's like the elephant in the room, but you don't want to address it, deal with it, you know. Um, and I've been stuttering as far as I can remember when I began to, when I learned to talk. Um, Come to find out, my dad stuttered, my mom, no, my auntie stuttered, um, and so This is an intro because I'm back. I haven't done this since 2016, so I'm back, and I really want to deal with this issue, talk about it, uh, create a discussion. Um, it's kind of one of those things of like my friend stutters, or I have a cousin that stutters, or I know someone who stutters. And so many times people don't know how to deal with people who stutter. It's not that and so I'm going to clear up some of the myths of it. First myth is that um, people think that you are retarded, or that you are slow, or you have a mental disability. That's not true. And of course, I know some people are like, "No, who thinks that?" You know. Well, when I was maybe about 15, 16, I used to ride the bus to school. And so this girl that went to a different school, she would she would ride the bus with us, and so it became cool and everything. It was a group of us that rode the bus to school. School was kind of on the other side of town, so we had to take about two buses just to get to school. Anyway, so one day, I don't think she knew that I heard what she was talking about. But anyway, growing up, I learned how to cover up my speech, or I became so comfortable with someone that, hey, this is me, whatever. Anyway, so one day I kind of noticed that she was kind of looking at me strange, and so I was kind of like, she was cool at first, but I was having a conversation with her, and of course I wasn't talking like this. I was stumbling over my words. I was hesitating. I was just, you know, kind of all over the place. So, anyway, one of my one of my good friends came to me and said, "Hey, so and so asked me, were you slow?" And I was like, "What? Am I slow? I stutter. I have a speech impediment. Why would she think I'm slow? I don't act slow. My speech is just choppy. It sounds weird, but I'm not slow." So that's why I say one myth is that people that stutter or stammer, that something is wrong with us mentally, and it's not. That's so far from the truth. Another myth is that people think they need to help you speak correctly. Uh, this is extremely annoying because a person that stutters or stammers, they're struggling with their speech. So, they're trying to get out a phrase, a word, a sentence, and so, and then the person comes the other day, and it's like, come on, I spent all this time trying to get this out. Let me get this out, please. So, that's a myth that people think. Well, if I help them with their if I help them say this word or speak this sentence, I've done them good. No, you have not helped them. Let them get all the words out. Do not help them with their speech. Not in that way, anyway. What's another myth about people that stutter or stammer? That the person is stressed out, and that's why they're messing up with their speech. That's not entirely not true, but I mean, you can stutter if you're comfortable with someone. If you're not comfortable, see, if you I don't know, you know how I said that it's not that you have a mental issue, like something's going on with your mental capability, but it is mental. Um, you know, I've kind of studied it for some time, as you can see in the previous episodes. Um, I talked about how as a child we're taught how to speak from the people, from our parents, from people that we're just around. And so for me, I was around my mother, and she talked very fast. And so I tended to talk fast. And I actually talk fast now, and right now I'm trying to slow my speech down so I don't stammer all over the patio. But and I also found out that sometimes when a child speech is being sped up, or they're taught that the way that they're speaking is just horrible, is bad, is wrong, and then the person or the parent tells them this is how you're supposed to speak, and the parent is trying to teach the child how to speak perfectly. There's no such thing as perfect speech. We all have a stammer, a pause. We say hmm. So no one has perfect speech. So I'm trying to think of some other myths about about st- uh, about stuttering. See, um, well, some things about stuttering that people may not know is that for me, and I'm sure other people can relate, is that you get certain syllables, letters, words, they cause you to stumble. For me, W's, S's, C's, CH, uh, Q's, Z's. So, for others, it might be if they're on stage or if they're put on the spot. For me, that is being put on the spot, for me is a big thing. But I'm learning that, you have to speak, you have to communicate. So, and I've also learned that if there is a problem, find a find a solution, and get to the root of the problem. Don't just put a band-aid on it. So I stammer. I I used to stutter, but now I stammer. So I've graduated from the stuttering to stammering. Stuttering is when you can't get out anything. It's like what, can't. That's stuttering. Stammering is more of when are we going? Like you have these pauses, you have these breaks. Uh, your words are kind of choppy. That's more of stammering. So people call that uh, people call that stuttering. For me, it's not. Stuttering is totally different. It's like stuttering and stammering are like fraternal twins. So it's like y'all sound alike, but y'all don't act alike, or look alike, and you know. But I just wanted to say that I'm back. I want to share my life. I'm an open book. I want to share things that I've dealt with stuttering, stammering in my past, things that have happened recently. I'm trying to overcome it. So that's the purpose of me getting in front of the camera. Now, I must confess, this is a lot for me to be in front of a camera. I have been camera shy, I have been phone shy, I've had all types of OCD type symptoms where, well, I stutter, so I'm not going to talk on the phone a certain way. I'm not going to get up front. I'm not gonna tell a funny story because everybody will be looking at me, and then I'll get nervous because I think that I'm about to stutter or stammer, you know. And so being in front of a camera, oh my goodness, I had a fear. I mean, it was a serious fear that just sitting down and just the understanding that I'm in front of a camera was so much fear that I didn't even try attempt to do it for years. And people say, hey, I want you to speak on health, and I want you to do a cooking class. I want you do a health presentation. And I was just, no, not this time. I'm busy, etc. Getting in front in school was, oh my goodness, and people they didn't understand, and for me, I didn't think that they were trying to understand the fear that I had, the fear of embarrassment, And so this is like huge for me to be in front. I'm gonna pause here because the cats are out. Isaiah! What's up with the cats? Yeah. I asked one thing.